So this is some review of live blood morphology that we did with a client of ours named Owen Beck. He's a world champion heavyweight boxer. And this is what is possible in 12 days time. Okay, so on one side you can see his before, on the other side you can see his after, day 1, day 12, and there is a gargantuan difference. I mean, honestly, we were a bit shocked when we first saw this because this even exceeded our expectations for what we thought we'd be able to do. But I mean, this is what you get when you come and you spend 12 days at the Elite Dynamic Life home base, and we're basically controlling what's going in your body for 12 days. It's a pretty ridiculous change. So on one side, on the before, you can see that he's got tons and tons of erythrocyte aggregation. That's just all of his blood cells being clumped together, being stuck, being deformed, and it's just not good for anything. It causes low oxygen delivery, bad nutritional delivery, just gonna make his circulation super slow. His heart's gonna have to work a lot harder, low energy, really fatigued, all that kind of stuff, and it's just not a good time, all right? We got lots of fibrinogen, all that weird looking fiberglass type stuff, the long strings and the cracks all throughout his blood plasma, which is the liquid that all of his blood cells like to sit and float in inside the body. And it's just, that's a huge sign of liver stress. You know, this guy's liver was very, very taxed and getting hit very hard when he first showed up, right? And you can see tons of plaque, tons of uric acid crystals. Those are the things that we worry about, you know, clogging our arteries and causing blood pressure issues and all that kind of stuff. Just not a good time. And a very high white blood cell count as well. I want to highlight that because when he first came up here, he was really fighting off some harsh infection, some really bad sickness. He was coughing like crazy. He was not having a good time, but we knocked that out in literally like, 48 hours when he first got here. It was pretty cool to see. And then lastly, I just want to point out that his blood before was very, very stagnant. I mean, you can just slow the video down, pay attention to the before part, and you can see that there's not a whole lot of movement. There's hardly any vibration or wiggle to his blood cells because he's had a very, very low charge, a very low electrical charge. Okay, if you listen to anything that we say, we talk about electricity a lot around here. But then if you go to the after, I mean, it's almost impossible not to notice that the blood cells are wiggling around and squiggling all over the place and they're vibrating like crazy because we got his energy up, we got his charge up, and like I said, I just wanted to show this video as a way to show people what is possible and give anyone hope, because if you've done some morphology testing yourself, or if you've seen it online, or if you're a person who conducts these kinds of tests yourselves, like you guys all know, this is a pretty radical change, okay? And in 12 days, I mean, this is nuts. So if Owen can do this in 12 days, what can you guys do in 12 weeks? What can you guys do in 6 months, in a year, in 2 years, This is the kind of stuff that's possible, and it's just absolutely amazing how fast the body can adapt and change and repair itself. And I mean, Owen, he's walking, talking, living, breathing proof of it.